Hello and welcome to the Personalities of the Tarot podcast. I'm your host, Elizabeth Seer, and this is Season 2, Episode 18 for January 31st, 2024. Look, I am sorry I'm late, and I am being truly apologetic for the delay in this podcast. It's dropping late on February 3rd when it should have been out on January 31st, and I'm not going to lie, I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling it at all. And now, for me, looking back, I can really see how early Aquarius crossed with the Five of Swords energy. I could see how that played out for me, and it truly was conflict. So much conflict. But not necessarily that out loud kind of conflict. I've caught myself dealing with a lot of internal conflict as well. And look at the world. Look at what happened during that time and the conflicts or communications which felt unreasonable during that first 10 degrees of Aquarius. And maybe you even felt like you were being unreasonable if you look back at it. Who knows? Fives force change. And swords kind of hit you where it hurts. They hit you in communication, reason, and intellect. So right now, going forward, I'm actually in the process. I'm making changes. I'm moving beyond that energy now, as are quite a few other people. And we're in that Six of Swords energy, which I'm going to dig into in a moment. But damn, I can say with the utmost sincerity that I did not enjoy that most recent energy blast. However, fives really do throw things into chaos, and it's only when you're on the other side of the situation that you can see the conflict for what it is. And that leads us into the healing period of the Six of Swords, mid-Aquarius, January 31st, February 1st-ish to the 9th or so. Of course, I also have your list of famous birthdays, and this episode's pretty much going to be short and sweet. So do that thing you do. Sit back, chill, get in your car, drive, or pop in your AirPods, go for a walk. We're going to dig into the energy that we're all working with now. Mid-Aquarius has three correlating symbols in the tarot. The first one is the star, which is the entire sign of Aquarius. Then the court card for mid-Aquarius, and that's really the court card, the human personality covering mid-Aquarius, is the time of the Knight of Swords. And then the numbered symbol, which works with this time frame, January 31st to February 9th, is the Six of Swords. And I see sixes in the tarot as like the band-aids of their suit. Unlike that chaos of the fives, the sixes bring a rebalance back to this moment in the journey. Swords are intellect and reason and communication, as I just said. And the Six of Swords tells us it's mental and emotional recovery time. Recovery. That's a keyword that I've actually written for that Six of Swords. It is recovery. If you were to ask me one word that explains the Six of Swords, it is recovery. And this certainly is a good time for recovery and rebalance after the difficulty which always seems to arise at the end of January in that first 10 degrees of Aquarius, that first 10 days or so of Aquarius. You may not feel completely through the storm yet, but the boat has stopped rocking and calmer waters are ahead. It's coming. Things are changing and calmer waters are ahead. Mid-Aquarius period is really often marked with that mental clarity and things calming down in communication sectors of your life. It's a time when reason and understanding could be coming back after conflict and chaos. It's the sunshine after the storm, metaphorically and emotionally speaking. This is also a great time for movement of all kinds, moving to a new place, changing jobs, taking a trip, physically moving your body to bring you healing and peace of mind after difficulty. Movement is helpful for gaining the clarity that we all need now, even if there's sadness about leaving something or someone behind. And then, of course, for those with birthdays during this time, if you were born during this time, you've probably learned quite a few tough lessons, more than most, by passing through stressful, difficult cycles, coming out the other side, hopefully a better person. You've likely learned some coping skills, probably both healthy and unhealthy. The person born under the Six of Swords usually has a pretty healthy intellect and can think through more emotional issues with a sense of detachment and rationale. Now, but if manifesting that darker side, that shadow side of the personality, you could find yourself having a difficult time moving past problems due to a detachment or even regret. You should remember that you have to leave behind certain aspects of your life to benefit from the future opportunities. Sometimes doors really do have to close, so we have the energy and drive to find the next door, which is just right. Just a reminder, I'm a highly rated tarot and psychic reader. I have 5 stars on Google, Fiverr, Groupon, Fresha, and I think even Yelp. If you're interested in getting a reading, but maybe you didn't know how to go about finding a psychic for you, check out my site at elizabethseer.com. I have posts about my work and personal experiences, and even something about psychic scammers who give us all a bad name. I have video meditations and links to a few products I created to help out if you're also spiritually curious, like me. You can only book a reading with me through my team at chickswithspiritualgifts.com or my personal site, elizabethseer.com. It's famous birthday time! Here's my random list of famous or infamous mid-Aquarius characters and celebrities born January 31st through February 9th. Those on this list were born with that calming energy of the Six of Swords, which works very well with the hopeful star, which we know is the card for all Aquarians. And of course, as always, this list does not mean I agree or disagree with a person's words or life choices. It's simply to educate on the mid-Aquarius personality, giving you the opportunity to compare public personas with their tarot and astrological correlations, for bad or good. Justin Timberlake, Ken Wilber. If you don't know, he's a transpersonal psychologist and modern-day philosopher. I was really into his work a couple of decades ago. He's so Aquarian. We also have James Dean, Minnie Driver, Portia de Rossi. Fun fact, she and her wife Ellen DeGeneres are both Aquarians. I mentioned Ellen on the last podcast because she was born near the end of January under the auspices of the Five of Swords. Bobby Moynihan, Miss Him on SNL, Kerry Washington, composer Franz Schubert, baseball great Jackie Robinson, comedian and former MTV VJ Pauly Shore, rapper Big Boy, wrestler Ronda Rousey, Harry Styles, Clark Gable, Lisa Marie Presley, Shakira, Farrah Fawcett, Ayn Rand, sorry, I always get that confused, James Joyce, the original and current Willow, Warwick Davis, Norman Rockwell, Rosa Parks, Tim Meadows, Jennifer Jason Leigh, singers Bobby Brown, Axl Rose, Alice Cooper, and Rick Astley. You ever been Rickrolled? Here's a blast from the past, mid-Aquarian, Mamie Van Doren. She's 33 this month. Also another baseball great, Babe Ruth. We also have Bob Marley. The 40th U.S. President, Ronald Reagan. A couple of old-school, trustworthy news anchors, Tom Brokaw, Ted Koppel. James Spader, Chris Rock, Garth Brooks, Ashton Kutcher, Charles Dickens, Creed Bratton, if you know, you know. Vince Neil, Seth Green, Tom Hiddleston, Michael B. Jordan, Joe Pesci. Zhang Ziyi. I absolutely loved her in House of Flying Daggers. That's one of my favorite martial arts films from that whole Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon era. And I have to mention, I would be remiss if I did not mention in my birthday for mid-Aquarius, Six of Swords, my friends Matt and Gary, who together created 420 Jars, which is now 420science.com. Are you spiritually curious? I've created some divination tools which might help you on your spiritual divination journey, including my Seer's Casting Tarot released earlier this year. I'm truly enjoying working with the 78 symbols on discs, and I can't say enough about just how thrilled I am with the casting board. It's a new way to enjoy an old divination tool. Links for my divination sets and more are at my website, elizabethseer.com. I'm ending with this. I know I'm just one person. You're just one person. I'm just one person. But we can be what we wish to see in this world. I'm trying to always act with kindness and respect toward the planet and her inhabitants, all of her inhabitants. You know, I stumbled a lot in late January because, sometimes I fail, sometimes we fail. But I keep trying because love and respect matter. A friend told me they really liked that part of my last podcast when I said love and respect matter. They do. So if you're still listening, this is our reminder to be respectful and be love. Now, I'll be back around January 10th to usher in the reign of the King of Cups. He's going to take over from this Knight of Swords. That's going to be in late Aquarius through the first 2/3 of Pisces. I'll also be talking about the Seven of Swords as well, which covers that late Aquarius, that last 10 degrees. Now remember, in this time of the Six of Swords, as we finish it out through the 9th, 10th, right in there, balance your left and right brain, your thoughts and emotions, and you will experience smoother sailing, looking forward to a better future. It really is okay to feel hopeful again. You've been listening to Elizabeth Seer, and I'm grateful for this time with you.